What's up, everybody? Welcome to Total Divas.
The comments with the wicked, the will that fight till the end. I cannot really wrestle, but I can twirl my wrist in the air. Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm Joey.
I'm Eric.
And, Eric, there's something missing in WWE right now. And it's called the women's division. Where did that go?
I think it's a good women's division.
Yeah, we have that. It's just very
crappy.
Yeah, what happened? Like, legit, we had a pretty awesome WrestleMania triple threat match and build, for a year going up to that. And it was pretty sweet. And then WWE just decided to take a big, nasty queef on the women's division. What? Why?
Natalya?
Poor Natalya. She tries. Natty tries.
She tries, but
yeah,
she fails.
Yeah, honestly. What is going on? You got Charlotte going around with Dana Brooke now, and there's no storylines. There's been like a couple Raws now where the women haven't even had a match.
Or have a very, very short match.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going right back to, 2006 to 2008 women's division, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not even that, like, think about
like
it.
2010 women's.
Or 2010, yeah, that's the
Divas division.
Like, why? Like, legit. You've got really good, like, solid women on your roster now. We've seen what they can do. Like, your entire fan base has seen what they can do. So
yeah. I mean, if you watch NXT, you can still kind of see what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, they're rebuilding, but they're still good. They're getting past the fact that all of the good ones are now on the main roster where they're not being used.
I mean, like, when you have people, like, Charlotte's a really good wrestler.
Yeah.
When you got people like Charlotte, Paige, Becky, Sasha, people like that, there is no excuse as to why your women's division should suck so much right now.
Yeah. Also, where's Sasha?
The live events and working on main event.
Where she had a freaking phenomenal match with Summer Rae. Like,
that's another one, Summer Rae.
Yeah, she's really good.
Like, seriously, you have such good, not even good, but great women's wrestlers.
Yeah.
And you are blowing it. I think Charlotte and Paige had like a 2-minute match on Raw.
It was better than anything they've done in a while, too. Like, the whole Natalya, Becky Lynch, Dana Brooke thing. What has just been... And that Paige Charlotte match was pretty solid. I mean, it had a little thing on the outside from what I saw, but it was entertaining at least.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but still, like, 2 minutes for two of the best women's wrestlers in recent memory?
Well, here's my thing. There's not even continuing storyline for the women anymore.
Yeah.
You just had Paige pin the women's champion and not follow up with any of it. You're more concerned about a tag team match between 3 girls and the champion. None of it matters. Why is Dana Brooke even with Charlotte? What's the deal where you can't just have one standalone female in WWE. They all have to be in duos. Like, what's the deal with that?
Obviously, by the time this video airs, Money in the Bank will have already happened.
Yeah. Maybe something different can happen at Money in the Bank. Maybe completely change our minds. I don't see it happening. At least not from that, the past 2 months where it's been the most snooze fest and cringe-worthy storylines between Charlotte and Natalya.
Yeah, and I mean, like, going into NXT, one thing I love about NXT is the pay-per-view style.
Right.
Where they have so much time to build up to these matches.
Yeah.
Where, Nia Jax versus Asuka may not have been the best matchup that they could have done.
But there was
obviously, Bayley got hurt. That was the only reason why she wasn't in that match. But there was still so much build up to it. And we saw so much character out of Nia and Asuka.
Well, yeah, and the characters, honestly, themselves, they aren't that good. They're both, pretty good women in the ring. Asuka's phenomenal in the ring.
Yeah.
But they're not good characters at all. But that feud had, you think about it, you had Bayley getting taken out by Nia. You also had Carmella and Alexa Bliss fighting and getting their names.
Yeah.
Then you had the triple threat. Then they won the match. You had the contract signing. You had the pre-show, and then you had the actual match.
Yeah.
So you had a full-on, few weeks of, just build up to it instead of this weird thing they did. Like right now, you saw Dana Brooke come out for no reason, and she's dressed like Ric Flair, and then Charlotte doesn't like Ric Flair anymore, and then for some reason Natalya is still in the picture after losing twice.
Yeah.
And then Becky Lynch comes to her side. It makes no sense.
Yeah, and I mean, I just don't understand it because, you know, leading into WrestleMania, you kind of felt that NXT style.
Yeah.
Where they were making it seem like, you know, Charlotte turned heel. Mm-hmm. Charlotte started to make it seem like she was the reason for the Divas Revolution.
Right.
And, you know, you have all this build-up, and then you pretty much make a storyline that's Ric Flair versus Bret Hart.
Yeah. And it just...
It flopped.
Yeah.
And it flopped hard.
It flopped hard, but they keep doing it. They're literally beating the dead horse.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even... I don't even know if the horse made it off the ground. I don't even know, like...
It didn't, because right away, right when Natalya grabbed that mic to start talking the night after WrestleMania, that crowd was just like, Natalya, really?
The crowd was hot enough for it that it should have been the match that night.
Yeah.
And continued another storyline.
But to do it at Payback, and then to do it at Extreme Rules, and now you're going into a tag team match with them at Money in the Bank, when realistically you should be doing something huge for the women's division, like a women's division Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
That would be something that I would want to see.
Yeah, let's think about it. If you literally took Paige, Becky, Sasha, Charlotte, Natalya, Dana Brooke.
Yeah.
It might not be the best, you know, 6 to go in there, but it would be perfect with all of your concurrent or storylines that are going on. It would be a decent match, and it would establish something new.
You know, I don't think WWE has ever done a ladder match for the women's championship.
Outside of OVW, but that's OVW.
Yeah. And to make it a Money in the Bank...
No, like literally, if you took the 6 people I named off, there's so much potential there, just based on whoever gets the briefcase. You know?
Yeah.
If Sasha gets it, the crowd's going to be, you know, insane. If Becky gets it, that's a, you know, kind of a curveball. If Natalya got it, the crowd would hate everybody. If Paige got it, then she would be pretty much the new Seth Rollins, which she'd be the Seth Rollins of the women's division. And I'd be a big fan of that. If Dana Brooks got it, then you got the rookie with a briefcase standing behind the champion, which is also a pretty good storyline. Who knows? I mean, you've got the potential there, WWE. It can happen. Just what are you doing? So, you've heard our debate. You know the state we think women's division is. Down here, there's a comment section. Tell us what you think. Do you think WWE is running the women's division into the ground, or are we back to the days of the Divas? Also, give this video a big thumbs up, and also hit that subscribe button, because we put out videos about pretty much the most random things that you could possibly think of in the world of dorkdom. We're going to do it. We're going to do challenges. We're going to do the hustle.